Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the coolest legendary creature to have as your commander from the new set Jumpstart 2022. With that being said, we're going to talk about none other than Auntie Blyte Bad Influence. Now, Auntie Blyte Bad Influence is a 2/2 flyer for 2 and a red, and she says whenever a source you control deals damage to you, put that many +1/+1 counters on Auntie Blyte Bad Influence. She also has 1 for 1 and a red, tap, remove X +1/+1 counters from Auntie Blyte. It deals X damage to any target. So basically, the more damage you deal to yourself, the bigger she's going to get. She's going to get real thick, real fast. Some cards that will do great in this deck will be ones that deal damage to the entire table. And a good one for cheap is Spear Spear. Spear Spear is a 0/2 for 1 mana, and he has Defender, and he also has tap. Spear Spear deals 1 damage to each player. Now this is a good card for this deck because you're dealing damage to everybody and simultaneously putting counters on Auntie Blyte. Now similar cards like Fire Slinger, Goblin Artillery, Orcish Artillery, and Orcish Cannoneers will also be great for this deck. The one that really takes the cake is Heartless Hidetsugu. Now Heartless Hidetsugu has an ability where you can tap it and it'll deal damage to each player equal to half that player's life total, rounded down. Group slug cards definitely have a slot in this deck. Cards like Citadel of Pain and Power Surge are great for punishing people for not tapping their lands. And you could utilize this to make your auntie real thick. Another good combination of cards is Descent into Avernus and Ancient Runes. Descent into Avernus says, at the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Descent counters on Descent into Avernus. Then each player creates X treasure tokens, and Descent into Avernus deals X damage to each player, where X is the number of Descent counters on Descent into Avernus. Ancient Runes says, during each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact he or she controls. While this combination of cards is great to deal damage to your opponents, you can utilize this to put counters on Auntie Blyte. It's a win-win. Now the deck is designed to hurt the user, so the best way to combat this is by adding things that give your creatures lifelink. Now some cards that come to mind are Basilisk Collar, Shadow Spear, and Loxodon Warhammer. In all, this deck has multiple ways it can win. It can either win by incremental damage or by smashing people with a thick auntie. It will definitely cause a fast and fun game of Commander, which is why I'll probably build the deck. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you should definitely subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.